Going everyone, Stepper Arts here again. It is time once again this year to do 2025 con recap. We are doing the tier list again just like we did last year. Overall over here we have 17 cons I went to this year, starting with Brick City and ending with the final con, Holiday Matsuri. So we're just gonna get started with order of how I went through them. So they're already in order from the year, starting with Brick City all the way to the end of Holiday Matsuri. So Brick City, that is in Ocala. It is a small con, but I feel like it does a pretty good job. Every year I've been going, it's been about like 3 years since I've been going. I feel like this con is always pretty solid. I always have pretty fun. It's very local. It might go up a little bit higher, I'll see overall, but right now I'm going to put it as B tier. Very solid con, very small though. Not a whole lot to do, but like I said, very small. It's community con. Overall, I enjoy it. For 2025, I only had one booking, which was the only sad part about it, but overall it was fun. And then, of course, the whole things that happened with the snow and the fire in California. So, a lot of voice actors unfortunately couldn't make it. So, hopefully, for 2026, for this year not coming up, although the voice actors will show up this time. So, should be a lot of voice actors coming for 2026. So I'm very excited to go to that, my final con. Also, if you are going to Brick City, make sure to follow me on Instagram and you can get a booking. It is the horse capital of the world, so if you want to do Udamasame shoots at Brick City, let me know. Katsucon, always a fun con to go to. Definitely goes in the S tier. There's no doubt, no questions, no concerns. This con's always a fun con. If you have not been to Katsucon, this is more of a party con. So if you're not so much of a party person or get together and do stuff with friends or mutuals, like it's not a super con. Photographers, I definitely recommend going to this. Cosplayers, if you want to put your name out there, show up into a really good cosplay and just hang out in the gazebo level area, this is the place to go to. I only went one day for MegaCon, and I never really enjoyed it because it's more like a company con. So lots of corporations. It's not super anime, which is what I mainly like about cons is anime cons. I don't know. I always have issues with MegaCon. Like I still go every year because everyone goes and it's still a good place for photos because lots of people are there, but it's just overall it's just meh. Florida Polycon, small con. Unfortunately, they are not doing Polycon this year for 2026, so I'm very sad about that. But overall, I will put it a little bit above Zenkaikon, a brand new con that I went to for 2025. I actually enjoyed it a lot. Surprisingly, the venue being a little bit weird, but overall, what the members and the staff did to us was amazing. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere, but it's a very solid con. If you go to Pennsylvania, I definitely recommend trying out to go to Zenkaikon. It's really fun, and I feel like the community up there is really nice. They're very listening, very thoughtful. So definitely an A tier for Zenkaikon. So we got 5 cons now, all of them all in different lists. So let's go. Let's continue to the next one. Next one that we have on the list is Goblin Market. So Goblin Market is a more monthly event rather than a con, but I did want to put this on a list because I went multiple times. It is a monthly con or event that's held in Orlando. Some months they go to the Oviedo Mall. I feel like now they are transitioning to, I'm blanking on the name of the place, but like Central Florida Fairgrounds now has been doing that a little bit more because it's a little bit bigger and they have indoor and outdoor rather than the Vito Mall, which is outdoor, or for one of the months it just was indoors for the inside the mall. But the couple of times I went, the 2 or 3 times I went and did stuff for them, I overall enjoyed it. It is very busy. It gets really packed. Goblin Market. If you're ever in Orlando, definitely check them out. It's a good event. Also, lots of local artists and food. It is always pretty solid. We have SwampCon. SwampCon is a con that's in Gainesville, hosted by the University of Florida and their students. I am fortunately not going this year because this year they decided to go on the very last weekend of February, and that is when Dapperette is supposed to expect to come. So we are not going to SwampCon this year in 2026, unfortunately. But overall, SwampCon is very solid con. Overall, enjoyed it. Unfortunately, they were working on the outdoor that I'm gonna say pond area, so wasn't a whole lot of chances to do nice, pretty photos outside. Also, it was raining, if I remember correctly. So overall, though, it is a very solid con. If you ever want to go, it's also a free con. So if you do want to go, you can always check it out if you go to Gainesville. I'm definitely not sponsored by SwampCon, but definitely check it out. It's a very good con. It is going to be a solid B. And also a new con here on the list I went to. I absolutely love Anime Central. I am so glad I went. It was almost a last minute thing. I was going to go, and then I found someone who I can room with, one of my friends' mutuals at Instagram. But Anime Central, oh my god. I didn't do too much of the party stuff because it was super crowded. And overall, I didn't know too many people. It was a lot of just mutual people I knew and kind of hang out with. But overall, if I was able to go again, which unfortunately I won't be able to go this year, but if I ever do go again, I will 100% go back to Anime Central. This con was so much fun. So with that saying, this goes in S tier. If you're ever in the Illinois, Chicago area, definitely go to this con. This con's so good. My first ever out of state of Florida con. I always love MomoCon, no questions about it. This is S tier. So good. Every year it just gets better and better. I love it. No other things. Just MomoCon's one of my favorite cons out of state of Florida. One of my favorite ones still. I think another new con. I did go 2 years ago before I actually started vlogging, but this is my first time back in a couple, and I was doing media for them. AFO, or Anime Festival Orlando. This con was very iffy for me, so we're gonna put it at C tier. I feel like it can be a lot better. I feel like if they would still do the Rosen, I wish they would do it maybe, I'm trying to think, but how they laid it out, and what I'm trying to remember too in the top of my head, it's been a while too, is you can pretty much go through the lobby area where the con, so half the con was in the lobby area next, connected to the, I'll say the ballroom, so anyone eating without a badge could have entered AFL, which is really weird for me. It doesn't make any sense. But then to go inside the ballroom area to the actual AFO, you had the badge, but it was weird. Half the venue was outside in the hallway area, and then the other half was indoors in the ballrooms, which really weird, doesn't make any sense to me. Always the party stuff for AFO is fun, but daytime, very lackluster. I felt like they definitely need either buy a bigger place or figure something else. Alright, next con that we have on the list is Metrocon. I feel like it was solid overall, though. I feel like this year kind of actually took a step back. Not their fault, but just the plan and setting with the concerts that were happening. There was Ada was here in Orlando, and then there was some K-pop group that was literally right across the street at Amalie Arena, or whatever it's called now. I'm not gonna remember the name, but I'm always gonna call it Amalie Arena, where the Tampa Bay Lightning play. So unfortunately, they took a kind of a step back with the amount of people. Still had fun. It is super hot and sweaty at that con. I feel like last year I put it at A. I'm gonna put it at B for this year. Kind of a step back. WasabiCon. Oh boy, I can say a lot of things about WasabiCon, but I'm not going to. Overall, huge step back. I'm just gonna say, if you know the details, you can just look it up, or just if you know people, just know. I am gonna put WasabiCon down to a C. I feel like I usually put it at a B, maybe an A if it is really good. I won't say anything bad about it. I will say the staff and members are pretty good, very helpful. They helped me. That was also my first con. I actually boofed in it. So thank you so much for WasabiCon for doing that for me. I feel like more higher ups, they need to figure this stuff out. And I'm not sure if I will be going for 2026. Really depends on a lot of elements. But as of right now, it is not looking good for WasabiCon. Let me just say that for right now. Anime Orlando. This was a very interesting con because it was also at the Orange County Convention Center, but only to use one side of it and only like 1/3 of this con. Now inside the like Exposition Hall, X Hall, it was really good. A lot of good voice actors. They had lots of Disney voice actors that were there. So overall it was good. I feel like a lot of it was lacking. It was also their first year back around Florida because I believe they got kicked out like a couple years ago. So I remember going to anime in South Florida in Miami when they used to have that at the Miami Airport Convention Center. I don't know where to put this. I'm going to probably put this at a C for now. A lot of things lacking. Also, I remember when I was going on Friday because we bought like 2-day badges. I'm like, oh, we can just pick it up Friday and then, you know, we'd be set and then we don't have to wait in the line for the badges. No. If you buy a 2-day badge, you can only go the day when you bought it. So Saturday and Sunday was our days we can go. Friday, we drove there and they're like, oh, you can't pick it up. I'm like, why not? It was like, because you're only here for Saturday and Sunday. It's today's Friday. I'm like, so we drove all the way down there and parked and didn't get a badge. So we pretty much was there for nothing, not for Friday. But wifey enjoyed it. She can vouch. She liked all the voice actors. She got to meet Goofy. Ichi Expo, another brand new con. Also the first time here in Florida. This one definitely needs a bit of improvement. I feel like they are pretty good con. I feel like because this is their first year, I will give them a little bit of leeway, a little bit fix up things. I definitely feel like the location that they did was really tiny. Also, I feel like what they did with the amount of people, like the advertising, was not the greatest. I feel like people either didn't know or they knew like last second. So definitely next year, if they do come back, hopefully they do, because I was, again, media for them. I do hope they do come back. I do hope they find maybe a better place that they can be at. Maybe a little bit bigger and hopefully grab a little bit more people, I feel like. But for the benefit of the doubt, I will give them a B for this year. They also have other cons in, I think, Denver, Las Vegas, and then I think Texas. I know Texas is like the biggest one. University of Central Florida Day of Cosplay. So I usually don't go to lots of college cons, but because, you know, SwampCon and University of Central Florida are pretty much nearby me now, it is no-brainer to go. It's also a free con. So not only is the location is very tiny for them, there also was not a lot of people. Like for to do photos, it was decently pretty good with like bricks and they have a little bit of outdoor area, but I don't know. I feel like this con definitely needs a lot of improvement. It is cool if you like go to the college or you're like around Orlando. Kind of like this is more like a hangout con, I feel like. Not super a whole lot to do, kind of like hang out and chill, you know, hang out with friends, but overall that's pretty much it. I didn't really find this entertaining. I was actually very unfortunately bored at this con. But also with that con too, you can't buy anything. Everything's trade, which also makes it really weird, unfortunately, with them. And That's not their fault. It's the college and campus fault for that. But I don't know, meh. I probably won't be going again next year because I just did not have fun whatsoever at that con. We are down to the final two, and they're both Christmas holiday themed cons. So I did not do a vlog about this because this was very secretive. I did not tell my wife, and I got in trouble for it. But I gave her Doris's, which is an Italian restaurant that we got most of our stuff from our wedding, so it was all good. I did enjoy this kind of a lot because the voice actors were A1. I got to meet little Gwen from Honkai Star Rail. I got to meet Black Swan. Also, thank you so much for the voice actor for Gwynethan from Honkai Star Rail. Actually gave me advice on how to be a parent. Actually gave me like a book, and I actually bought the book, so I'm gonna be reading it hopefully soon, so then Dapperette can come, the little baby girl that we're gonna be having. I can be a good father, but I know I will be. But it was very nice. I enjoyed it. I also did the ugly sweater contest. Unfortunately, didn't win, but that con was very fun. I got to create ornaments. I got to see all my old South Florida friends. So I enjoyed this con a lot. And it's at, I'm trying to remember the name of it, but it's in Pembroke Pines. This is like a new area because I used to live in Pembroke Pines when I was like very, very tiny. So this is like a new area for me. I will give Holiday Special Otaku Fest a B. The only con I probably will drive back down to South Florida to visit is con. One of my first cons I ever went to, and it holds something dear to my heart. So it was very happy for me to go back and go there. A very tight space, very packed. So they're always doing something good. Always a good solid con. I feel like always though their issue is they need more space. They need to find a place that can hold more people, and hopefully they can figure it out for 2026. I am hoping that they go to the Fort Lauderdale Convention Center, but it is bigger. It's more closer to a lot more people in suburb areas rather than Miami Beach, which is far away from almost everyone at the South Florida cosplay community. So Otaku Fest, listen to me if you are listening to this. I love you as always. Mad respect. I will never hate you, but let's get a bigger place. Let's head over to Fort Lauderdale Convention Center. Let's do it. Holiday Matsuri, third year going, third time being a staff member. Wow. Lots of improvement. Lot better. I wish I went to both Holiday Matsuri and Anime Weekend Atlanta. Unfortunately, they were the same weekend this year, so that's why AWA's not up there. AWA for 2024 was so much fun. Just unfortunately, they were on the same weekend. But Holiday Matsuri, big improvement for this year compared to last year because of the new area that they're at. They are at the Orange County Convention Center. So much improvement compared to last year. Last year, they feel like they were kind of like struggling with the new venue, didn't know really what to do. But I feel like there was a lot of improvement for this year. So I think people are going to hate me for this because a lot of people, either you love it or you hate this con. I feel like there's no in between. But Holiday Matsuri this year definitely stepped up S tier for this year. I was super booked for Hallmat this year, so thank you everyone who booked me for Holiday Matsuri. You guys give me your opinion. Looking at this list, what would you bring up? What would you bring down? Let me know in the comments below. This is my list. This is how I feel. So this is just my personal experience as a photographer and overall just attendee or staff member. This is where I overall felt like were the best cons, some good cons, okay cons, and cons like yikes. For 2026, hopefully I'll see you guys at a con. I will have my bookings more open for off-location shoots with little baby Dapperette coming. So I will be going to a lot more local cons. So anything around Orlando, Tampa, I'll be going to. So definitely look me up. If you want bookings for photos or videos, let me know. Other than that, I'll see you guys at Brick City in a couple of days. You guys have a good 2026.